Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led onto the field by the former third-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback Nick Foles.
Love his build, love his arm. Had a Pro Bowl season with the Philadelphia Eagles, looking to scale those heights once again.
180. Right there, 56. Record.
Now Foles. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
It's caught. Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Michael Kendricks is an inside linebacker who can roam sideline to sideline and make plays.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Foles. And that's caught by Smith. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Foles. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
It's a gain of 5.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll set up to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Hey, 250.
After the interception, here's Stafford. His throw incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now it's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fournette. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette. 64 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. The open man is Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Johnson. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This one into the hands of Burton. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
56 to my boy. 56. Check 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Foles. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. 3rd down here. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get on the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Foles. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Let's go. 6 by 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here we go.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Foles. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
And now out on on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
From the 24, Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Foles. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and this is caught by Watkins. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Fournette, a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On the draw, this is Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. To throw again on 2nd down, Foles. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Stafford. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fournette, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Waiting. Number 53, Mike 53. I got it. Watch twist.
Again, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Foles. His throw incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Stafford. He finds Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Here we go.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. from 17 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Foles. This complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Chargers first down.
Foles. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Caught by Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
That's it, baby.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Check 56. Army.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set! 280! 50! So we got man.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
260! Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Double time.
A gain of 7. First down, Tampa Bay.
On the run, it's Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Set! 280! Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Magani! Get a 20! Coming this way. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I got one. 25. Check 25.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's it, baby. You got work.
Foles ready to lead this offense. Down by 13, 1:52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check. First down.
Here we go with Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Set. 180. 50. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Slam.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tampa Bay, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.